Welcome to KUZA MZIKI, where you be smarter and be better, man. That's our slogan. Be smarter,
be better.
Be better. This is Jackton Otieno
and Mike Mtenyo.
Yep. Yeah, we continue our conversation. Last week we were talking about artists exiting record labels prematurely.
Yeah.
And we shared a number of pitfalls or challenges that you could face if you decide to do that, especially prematurely. We have to insist on that, not exiting. You can exit.
You can exit, yeah.
Prematurely, when you do it, there are a couple of challenges, and we talked about it last week. So if you missed that episode, please check it out here and leave us a comment, give us feedback, on what we're doing well, what we're not doing well. We would like to improve, and also because it's about being smarter and be better. So give us feedback and let us know what you think about the show. But today we're going to talk about something else. We said once you exit, the next thing you hear, an artist has left a label, a record label, Michael, and they have decided to start their own
label,
and sign.
Is it bad?
And sign fellow artists.
Is it bad in your opinion?
There's nothing wrong with it if you already have established a label. But an artist signing another artist is bad.
Why?
I think it's bad.
Why?
How can a blind man lead another blind?
What do you mean blind? As in, if I have a hit song and people know me, I can't be blind. In short, I know something that someone else can learn from.
But what's a hit song? Yeah? What's a hit song?
A hit song is being known. You're known through a song.
And then people are known, Mike, today, and the next day, we forget about them. So today, I can be very popular and everybody is singing Jackton, Mike. The next day, you're completely forgotten.
So,
how many hit songs, especially here in Kenya and even Africa, we've had big songs, we've had big artists, and within no time, they're not in the scene.
They're gone.
So if you think that your hit song makes you the next big thing, there's a problem.
So that brings us to something very interesting that we need to discuss.
Yeah.
What defines a successful musician? Is it having consecutive hit songs? Is it having a music career? Because you can have a hit song, you can have hit songs, but you don't have a career.
Yeah.
Which a lot of guys don't know that.
Yeah, that's right.
You can be relevant, but you don't have a career.
Yeah.
And relevance has a time frame.
Yeah.
And then we have something called a shelf life. Having a career, yes, but your shelf life is gone. So we need to clarify all those things.
Yeah.
Because in Kenya, an example, we have new sounds that are coming daily. Like right now, we have a new sound. Do you know the sound?
Which one is that?
There's a new sound.
Which
After Gengeton, there's a new sound.
Which one? What? It's called a what? Urban tone.
Urban tone.
Yeah.
Yes. which is just a twist of Gengeton. So Gengeton, for guys who are not in Kenya, Gengeton is a spin of a sound. Kenya, we've had a struggle of whereby people say we don't have a sound. In that it's very hard to place the Kenyan sound, which in my opinion, we have a sound, because whatever Sauti Sol do, to me that's a Kenyan sound. Because when you hear them, and a sound is, you identify this is the direction we're going, and then we push. Because that's what Afrobeats happened.
Yeah,
in the sense that,
but now, have other artists, or have Kenyans or budding new artists followed that sound?
You can't have everyone following that sound. Because that's why even in
Nigeria,
we have rappers who are doing hip hop real.
Yeah, but Afrobeat is clear. Afrobeat is the sound for
because it was
Nigeria.
pushed and majority are doing it. It doesn't mean everyone is doing it.
The issue is not everyone doing it. The issue is it's clear. That's the Nigeria sound.
That's the sound.
I think we still don't have a sound.
So
I said that because, like, listen,
I'm not supporting urban tone.
Yeah, we've had.
I'm explaining about sounds.
Okay.
I'm done. By the way, I'm done.
So remember, we've had know when kina jua kali ngeli ya genge.
Genge, yes.
You know? It's
You've
like-
even jumped. Before Genge,
Yeah.
we had Kapuka, which
So,
was
yeah.
Ogopa.
It's almost the same time because Kapuka,
No, it's different.
Ogopa, and then Caliph.
It was very different.
So we've had Kapuka.
Genge had a lot of rapping inside,
We've-
by the way.
And even before that, come to think of it, you know, maybe even before we were born, the rumba,
Yeah.
you know, those and the lingala, those were like the music that people enjoyed, you know.
And we
our
had
folk.
Kenyan versions of those,
Yeah, and we had Kenyan versions of those, you
which
know, kina
defined
Daudi
like
Kabaka.
it's our sound.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then now we moved to kina Kapuka, you know,
Genge.
Genge, and then now Afrofusion to
Afrofusion came, the
and
Eric
then-
Wainaina type of sound,
like
Temi,
Eric
that
Wainaina.
type of sound. Yeah.
and then now hip hop, people picked it up. Of course, even then we had some people doing rap, you know, like in Epoxy Pressure we talked about,
Yeah.
Isa during Ogopa time. But it's just been evolving, you know, and now recently Gengeton, now Abaton.
You've jumped
I don't
something.
know what's the next.
You've jumped. So after the Gengeton, not Gengeton, the Genge, the Juakali sound,
Yeah.
Kenya, we were just there. There was nothing that could define that there's a sound. So within that space, we had a lot of foreign sounds being played over here.
Right.
That time we had a lot of dancehall, we had a lot of reggae. That's why we had a lot of Richie Spice coming over here. As in we had reggae, a lot of it, dancehall, a lot of it. We had, and then Nigeria, now they started coming. You remember P Square.
Yep.
So within that period, as in, we can't say we had our own sound, but a lot of foreign sounds were here and they were the most played. And then from nowhere, Gengeton
Yeah.
came.
Now, question.
Uh,
Have those sounds stopped being played in Kenya?
They have, because they were not embraced
No, I mean
in a mass market way.
I mean the foreign sounds.
No, they're still there,
Yeah.
but
Now-
not on a large scale.
Yeah. Now, I'm still gonna go back to the Jamaica thing. You know, because every time I go to a different culture, I try to learn something.
Yeah.
Mike, everywhere I went, it was dancehall and
The
reggae.
music.
Nothing else. I never for a single moment had a foreign song. I'm sure it's played, but wherever the places I
But on
was,
specific stations, I
it
think.
was complete. It was just dancehall, reggae music. I was like, this is quite interesting. These guys play, because Kenya now, if you walk anywhere,
It's a mix
you know,
of
it's a mix of everything. You'll find some people
everything.
listening to Kenyan music. You'll find someone else listening to
R&B,
hip hop,
hip-hop.
R&B, and even if you tune to
Reggae,
radio
amapiano,
stations,
yeah.
whether you're listening to a
It's a mix.
secular or gospel, it's a mix of everything.
Basically, they play popular sounds.
Yeah.
And they don't care where it comes from
Yeah.
or what style of music it is. So we can say like that's our sound, yes. But
Yeah.
we don't have a sound, but we are on the way there.
On the way
So we
there.
can't force ourselves that we must find a sound in 2024. If
Yeah.
it's not there, we won't. It's a culture. It's something that is cultivated. It's something that's built over years,
Yeah.
as time goes by.
Yeah.
So back to what we were discussing.
That's exactly what I am. Signing artist, signing fellow artist.
So-
is it bad?
Yes, because I have a lot of examples.
Okay.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
An artist can sign a fellow artist if they've created an entity that is separate from themselves.
Yeah.
And that entity, I mean, a management company or a record label that is
Already established.
established and
Well,
it's separate on its own,
and structured.
and it has structures.
Yes.
So that an artist doesn't, you don't sign someone and then you start competing with that artist about the release day, airplay, gigs, the attention of the manager.
Yeah.
So you have to choose. I'm going with so and so.
Yeah.
So you'll have to go alone.
Yeah.
You see,
And you launch them and they become bigger than you.
bigger because it happens.
Yeah.
So, because the scenario that we've seen is, we won't mention names because we might create enemies. we don't want KUZA MZIKI to have enemies.
What do you guys think? Should we mention names or just?
We won't mention names. So even without asking, we won't.
No,
mention
but
names.
we don't.
People
discuss,
know what we
don't discuss people.
Yes, people will know who we are talking about.
We discuss issues,
and they'll relate.
Yeah.
The thing that happens is this: when because I've been to a meeting, by the way, with an early artist in Kenya.
Okay.
And they had identified an artist they wanted to sign. And one thing that I liked about him was he knew he can't manage, and he can't share a manager with that artist.
Yeah.
So he reached out to our company. He needed two things. He needed a plan for these new artists that they were signing.
Yeah.
And number two, he needed to know if we can come on board to be part of the team, so that the team can grow, so that he doesn't compete with the attention, as in his manager competing attention with the new artist. But now, I think he went and slept over it. The next day when he woke up, we had a plan of everything. He said he's out. And he felt like that effort and the financial investment that he's going to do on that artist, his brand needed it more. So he was not ready to sign an artist, which is a good thing. And I appreciate his sincerity. You see, the artist who wanted to be signed felt like this person bailed out on him.
Yeah.
But to me, I went back just to the drawing board and said, it's better we've not started, because we would have started and then launched you officially everything, and then someone bails out on you.
Right.
It leaves you at a very bad place. So most of the time, that is what happens. An artist is an early artist. They have regular gigs, let's say. Their songs go viral in the sense that, because they have an audience, in the sense that they release songs and they have a considerable audience, so they don't struggle their song getting into the media and airplay. And they think, if I sign an artist, they will get the same reception like I get. And what they do songs with them, and those songs do well. And then this new artist does a song on their own, the song flops. And then they go back to the drawing board, they ask themselves, okay, so is it because this artist is not good enough? That is not the reason.
Yeah.
When these artists, they sign these artists, the new artists, most of the time what they do, they overlook basics. They overlook that. Them, when they were starting out, there were basics that they received in terms of their brand development, that has made who they are. Basically, yes, we have a stage name, but has this artist done a proper photo shoot? Do we have a plan for this artist, a one-year plan that is not linked to me? A one-year plan that is this artist, in that we know how many songs are we going to release for this artist? Have we identified collaborations, strategic collaborations? Do we have a budget for promoting
how many
songs for these artists?
How many music videos
are we going to shoot for these artists? Have we identified which videographer will do? So, being able to separate my career from this new artist's career, yes, they're under me, they're signed under me, but they're signed to my company, not me, signed to me. But it all boils down to artists being very self-centered, in that they really like everything is about me. I'm the one who has signed you. I'm the one who has launched you. So it becomes a struggle, your audience separating that this is so and so, and this is you. I don't like this artist, but I like you, because there's a possibility. There's a possibility. So we usually have a challenge whereby your audience doesn't know how to separate you from the artist that you've signed, because you've signed someone and you've associated this artist in everything that you're doing, forgetting personalities are different.
They're independent.
They are independent. They look different.
So, you're saying very important things, Mike, Because we're all very different. We have different characters, we have different personalities, we have different missions.
Inspirations to different.
Yes. And so, your artist messaging, you know, you could actually be a hip hop artist who signs believes in a dancehall artist.
Yeah.
You know, because you believe in their career, and they should do their sound.
Yeah.
They should you know, have their own brand, their own messaging, all those things. Because but most of the time this is just another mic.
Yeah, and the reason why we jump to that stage,
Yeah.
we forget that this person is not at the same level like me.
Yeah.
So we need to start at the basics. You
Yeah.
remember that when we began this podcast, we began with the basics,
Right.
because we can't assume that this podcast is being watched by established artists. So when I talk about a split sheet,
Yeah.
I'm assuming everybody knows a split sheet. So that is what usually happens, in that you are signing a new artist, but you're forgetting you have the experience of 6 years of being an A-list artist. This person has never tested a hit song. They don't know how it feels having a hit song. So you can't operate on the same level.
Yeah.
So you need to start from the basics, that this artist needs to go for basic TV interviews.
Yep.
This artist needs to be trained on how to speak
Communication.
in an interview, how to answer questions, how to engage with fans.
Yeah.
Basics. They forget that. So it becomes that you've done a song with this artist. This song has done so well, it has introduced this artist to a lot of people. They know him or her through you. Now, you're assuming this person is ready now to have a career. And then they do a solo song, they go to a gig, bottles are thrown on stage at them. The artist now, the new artist now, will not understand what is happening. But you know, you just overlooked that this person has jumped so many stages.
Yeah.
They need to have their own relationships in the industry. They need to craft their own personality path.
Yeah.
So it's something that is very key, and it's overlooked.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm usually against an artist signing an artist, because it's not one, it's not two, it's not three artists. I've seen like over 5 artists doing the same mistake.
Yeah.
So it means either these artists, they need to have an independent person who, when they are signing, they're the ones who will run this career of this person.
Yeah.
So that if this established artist is in this person's career, it is through supporting, in the sense that finances, either they decide, monthly, I'll be giving this guy, let's say, your music career 200K. So that we see what we can do with your career independently.
You know what I think, Mike? I think some artists, they confuse signing an artist and mentorship.
And mentorship, exactly.
2 different things.
And it's not a must you sign someone.
When you choose, if you really like someone, you've spotted this sign, like, you can choose to mentor them.
Mentor them and connect them with opportunities
big
without
brother
you
or
being
big
a signee.
sister, and you know, you support, you basically helping them to pursue their mission, be really good at what they are. You know, so it means you can put in money, you can leverage on, they can leverage on your network. You know,
they can do a song with you to introduce them.
They can do a song with you, a collabo. So you're mentoring them.
Yeah.
To be successful as you. But now signing, you know, them to come and, you know, be a part of your record label, and then it's just they're doing the exact same thing you're doing, and there looks like there's no direction, there's no plan. That's a problem.
And most of the time, those relationships, they don't last. Those signings, they don't last because of that, because there's no foundation. So basically that's it. We have a lot of examples that even not in Kenya alone, in other African countries, and most of the time, I saw Nadia Mukami. She's an artist from Kenya. She had signed an artist, and then they fell out. So I was watching an interview where she was saying, "I will never sign another artist."
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. I'm not signing an artist again.
Yeah, I like that honesty.
She said.
Yeah.
And I was even with her in Rwanda. She said similar.
Did she say reasons why? Did she give reasons?
She didn't.
Yeah.
But the thing is this. Now let's place ourselves in the shoes of these artists who sign now, fellow artists. Most of the time, you get passionate about someone till you just really want them to be like you, successful, everything. So you give them everything without hiding anything. In that information, this artist asks you anything, you introduce them to the networks, and then you find this person wanting to get out before you guys have recovered whatever you've invested. You feel like you've been shortchanged.
You feel like shortchanged.
Used.
You feel used.
Yet you're the one who was supposed to have used this person because you had an upper hand. You see, so most of the time that's what happens. In that this person, and mostly there are usually no contracts. So you invested $500,000 Kenya shillings in someone, and then they just wake up one day and they leave.
Yeah, this is so funny and interesting. Look at it this way. When established artists signed in record labels leave, when they're exiting and they are forced to pay some huge amount of money, they feel used. They feel like these guys were just taking advantage of they're making money from me. You know, and now when it comes now to your side, like now Nadia's example, you're the one now who feels used.
It happens all the time. Now the bottom line is this: it's business.
Yeah,
this is a music business podcast, so it's something that we should not stop preaching and preaching and preaching. If you are in any setup that has a business model, you need to have an agreement. You need to have a documentation. And I'm a victim of being so passionate about an artist, in the sense of
an artist or artists.
Artists, yes. Till business is the last thing that comes into your mind. And business is not about making money with someone. Business is about having a formal arrangement in what we are doing. Formal arrangement is this: I'm offering this service, it's worth this, and we've agreed that you'll not pay me. That's what I mean. It's not a must that it's a payment arrangement. So that when someone is leaving, you don't feel like they've never appreciated what I was offering. When someone was leaving, they didn't follow a process, so they just woke up and moved on like that. So it's a business of us operating with a lot of emotions, yet we are supposed to operate with logic, documentation, in everything. So that if an artist you are helping them, they need to know that you are helping them. But I'm helping you, but when you want to leave, this is the process that we follow. Basically, it's all about how you did, how you left, how you communicated. That is usually what messes up these relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I want to insist. I would definitely discourage, if you're an established artist out there, from signing a fellow artist. I would discourage. Of course, the choice is the artist, but I would discourage because of the reasons that we have shared on the challenges that you face. But I would encourage for you to mentor. And you can mentor as many as possible.
As many as possible.
Not just one. You can identify and mentor and invest funds, invest time in terms of sharing knowledge, invest by introducing them to your networks, invest by helping them grow, and all that and even sometimes when offering some free services. Probably you have a music publicist. You pay them to support your this artist. Or you have communication training. You come to Upeo Intelligence and say, hey, I would like you to train these three artists. So that way I think you do much more good to them, because you should focus on helping them achieve their purpose, achieve their mission in life, instead of focus on having them be you or
and
do
how I'll gain
then
from
they
it.
say now, hey, Mike Manze, So I think
you are
for
my
me,
artist.
Yeah.
Ownership.
Yeah. I don't think that's important. But
It is important to some people.
It's a artist discretion.
It is important. And just to add, as we finalize on that, you see, a music career is a very stressful career. It's a very stressful career because daily you are waking up thinking of how I'll remain at the top, I'll make money, I'll remain relevant. So most of the time, when you have someone that you've signed and you still have similar stress, you're doubling your stress level. You're doubling your stresses, basically. In the sense that you've released a song, it has flopped. Your artist also has released a song and it has flopped. Double tragedy.
Yeah.
You have stress about airplay, so also your artist has similar, because they are new. So most of the time you find now new artists, they tell you so and so, I've already done the video, but they've refused to release the they've refused to tell me when we will release this project.
Yeah.
Yet this mainstream artist is just holding that project because they're feeling, I don't have a project yet. Why should you release a project yet? So you see, there's small competitions that they come because of the human heart. We can't fight them. Right. The solution is you being two different entities and you're running separately, which mentorship comes into place.
Yeah. Now, as we wrap up now this conversation and this episode, what should we tell the artist who is being signed by a fellow artist? Because we've definitely spoken to, of course, the artist who is being signed can pick up some lessons from what we've shared. But what should we tell them? For me, I think, the statement, when the deal is too good, think twice.
Think twice.
I think when someone approaches you and say, hey, I would like to sign you, I believe you have good talent, you have what it takes, don't just be, hey, God has answered my prayers, has come through. Please take time, take stock. Sit down, think through the entire deal. What are they offering? What does it mean? Ask questions.
Ask questions,
if there's a contract, get it, consult other people, consult research. Family, consult very close friends, research, and then make an informed decision.
Yeah, because it might be hard, whatever Jackson is explaining, because when you have
nothing, when you just have talent,
your options are very minimal. As in, you have two options: accepting this or going back to where I was. It's tough, but one thing that can really help you as a new artist is being very specific with what you want in terms of asking questions. No vagueness, because there's a lot of vagueness in that this person says they'll sign you, yet you see even themselves they are struggling. They don't have even a proper structure around them. So you're signing me to go where?
Right.
And signing is not being recorded songs for free, because there's a misconception that I've been signed, so it's free audio recording. Signing is more than that. It is having a plan. It is having a strategy. It is having timelines and time frames of doing things. You see, it's more than that. So if you find yourself that you're being signed by someone who doesn't have even a structure, even themselves, they don't know how many songs are they going to release in a year. Even themselves, they don't know what are my revenue streams. And that same person wants to sign you. We have people who are investors, who they make money from other sources and they want to invest in people. We have a lot of artists who've succeeded because of such people. They've invested in them. But also another thing is being able to understand this person, if they don't have a proper team of people who understand the music business, money alone will not take you. Will not give you success in the music industry. Someone, yes, they can have money, but they've employed people who are manager, publicists, who are eating that money. You're going nowhere. So the music industry is full of, even let me just say, let's say 85% of quacks, people who don't know what they're doing in there, but they're there. They say there. And they fall under sponsor, they fall under music producer, they fall under publicist, promoter, marketer. So it is you being just an informed artist. And the good thing is we have internet. You research. Don't ask, for me I'll call them silly questions. what does a publicist do? Yet you're always 24/7 on your phone. Google. You will know what
Give
a
you
publicist does.
list. Yeah.
Basically.
Go to KUZA MZIKI.
So ignorance, if you are an ignorant artist, your career will just fail before you even start.
Yeah.
As in, the train will just stop before it leaves the station. So it's having that desire of wanting to know things, wanting to know how things work, wanting to know who does what. Through that, you'll find the right people in the right circles, you'll find yourself in the right room where the right conversations are happening. Na inakusaidia. It will help you know how you can position yourself, how you can start. Yes.
Good.
But bottom line, there is no formula. We have people who get their breakthroughs through TikTok, through other content, and then they transition into music. There's a guy called Lil Minor. Do you know Lil Minor?
Lil Minor, yeah.
How did he start in the industry?
I think he was doing a lot of TikTok videos.
He was doing some content with his grandpa, through that, and then launching music.
The grandpa and the grandma.
So, bottom line is that, there's no specific formula, but there's a formula. I don't know if you're getting it. It's so specific. As in, someone can't give you a blueprint that
this is what to do.
Go sell land in that land that you're given by your dad. Go sell it. You come, we record songs, you'll hit, and you'll have a career. That will be a lie. But whatever you are doing, it is using your strengths, the strengths that you have, the knowledge that you have, and just getting to know what is happening in this space and positioning. It is an ever-changing world. It's politics. Music and politics is the same like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. So we're closing. You who are being signed, think about the deal, ask questions, research, consult, and then make an informed decision. You who is thinking of signing, also introspect, ask yourself questions. Why am I doing this? Do I believe in this career, this guy's career? Do I want to help them to grow their career? Or do I just want to, it's selfish. It's selfish. I want people to know that I am the biggest, whatever, or I am, I love. Like, just introspect and really think through, because the motive is important, So when you think about those things, it will help you also make an informed decision. And introspection means you will actually analyze, do I even have the financial capacity? Do I have a team that can be able to help me run this artist? So if you don't have, you'll actually be doing this artist a disservice. It is you who needs sign them, and then 1 week later you've dropped them. Or sign them, and then 2 months later you've dropped them. You've fallen out? Yeah, you've fallen out, or you didn't have capacity, you didn't put up structures. So introspect about those things and then ensure you also make the right decision. Because either way, we want all of you to win. We want the established one to win if you're signing. We also want the one who's being signed to win. But think about the deal before getting into it. That's why you should watch KUZA MZIKI often, because you be smarter, you be better. Good place to end the conversation today, Mike. Want a big shout out to Upeo Talent Agency. You want to tell us about Upeo Talent Agency? Upeo Talent Agency is a talent management company. And under it we do brand management. Under it we do brand consultancy. Under it we do programs like this. A podcast, we do workshops, we do master classes for the music business. So in case you're interested with our services, you can check us out on our social media platforms. Instagram, Upeo Talent Agency. Awesome. Awesome. And the production is done by Bamba Studios. So Bamba Studios does a lot of media production work, documentaries, live streaming, animations. So looking for any production work, for photography, videography, Bamba Studios is the place to go. And this location that beautiful place where we shoot this episode of podcasts is Rim Studios. So if you're looking for a spot to do your photo shoot for individual, family, couple, you're looking for a space to also do a podcast. Probably you're thinking about recording a podcast. This would be the place you could visit. So check out Dream Studios, check out Bamba Studios, check out Upeo Talent Agency on all social media
platforms.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode. Yeah, Mike, thanks.
Thank you.